Welcome to Liberation Lens, where stories unfold beyond the headlines and perspective truly matters. History isn't finished, it's unfolding. This is Liberation Lens. Perspective matters.
This is Liberation Lens. Perspective matters. Billionaires, power, politics, immigration, and threats. When Donald Trump and Elon Musk collide, the world watches. Both controversial figures, born abroad or to immigrant families, have reshaped America's political landscape and public discourse. But what happens when these titans clash publicly, threatening each other's legacies, wealth, and even their freedom? What hidden factors drive their ongoing feud, and how does this billionaire showdown shape American democracy itself? Today, we unpack the extraordinary, volatile relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk, and reveal what the people must know. What are the origins of the Trump-Musk relationship? Their complex relationship wasn't always hostile. Early on, Elon Musk and Donald Trump briefly aligned through mutual benefit. Musk, a South African-born Canadian-American immigrant, once served on Trump's Economic Advisory Council's 2017, hoping to influence policy on climate change and innovation. Yet, beneath the surface lurked profound ideological and personal differences. Note Trump's German-Scottish roots and conservative nationalist ideology. Also, note Musk's South African-Canadian immigrant journey, shaping his identity as a global entrepreneur. So, unable to compromise, Musk resigned from Trump advisory councils after the US withdrew from the Paris Agreement, 2017. He publicly stated, "Climate change is real. Leaving Paris is not good for America or the world." Can we then conclude that their initial cooperation turned into early ideological conflict? Between 2018 and 2020, Musk distanced himself from Trump but maintained business ties through SpaceX's government contracts. Trump praised him during a 2020 SpaceX launch, calling him one of our great brains, a positive sign to maintaining good friendship. Note that at this time, Musk was a Democratic Party supporter. In 2022, he stopped supporting Democrats, and referred to them as the party of division and hate. He went on and endorsed Republicans but initially did not support Trump for re-election. Between 2023 and 2024, Musk backed Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in the Republican primary. But after Trump survived an assassination attempt in July 2024, he publicly endorsed Trump, donated millions to Trump's campaign and joined him at rallies. Then, the tables turned. After Trump's victory in 2025, Musk was appointed to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DGE. However, their relationship soured over disagreements on government spending, leading Musk to exit the administration in May 2025. Unsuspectingly, he publicly criticized Trump's sweeping tax and spending bill, calling it a disgusting abomination. He argued that the bill would increase the national deficit and undermine his work in DOGE, focused on cutting federal spending. Then, he asked Americans to kill the bill. Upon provocation, he engaged further in a high-stake power struggle with Trump by pointing to the Epstein files. Elon Musk's cryptic references to Jeffrey Epstein introduced a new political battleground, making him a wild card in the ongoing fight between Trump and his opponents. His provocative tweets hinted that the release of Epstein-related documents could damage powerful Republicans, including Trump himself. Whether this was intentional or simply Musk stirring up controversy, the mere suggestion of inside knowledge intensified hostilities between Musk and Trump's administration. There is no doubt that these pressures have placed Musk in an unpredictable position, where his knowledge, or perceived influence over the Epstein revelations, have turned into a dangerous bargaining chip in his feud with Trump. What are the implications? The political weaponization of the Epstein files have somehow become a bargaining tool in the Musk-Trump conflict. While Musk may not have explicitly threatened Trump, his public musings have placed him in a precarious situation, with both Democrats and Republicans viewing him as someone who could influence damaging revelations. Now, he is in a tight political corner, where strategic silence or selective disclosure could shape political narratives in unpredictable ways. But with these hints, the Trump administration has heightened its scrutiny of Musk, potentially as a retaliatory move against his suggestions of political leverage. Trump declared their relationship over, stating he had no intention of speaking to Musk. He warned of serious consequences if Musk funded Democratic candidates opposing Republicans who backed his tax and spending bill. As the feud continued, Musk briefly supported Trump's impeachment in a social media post, which he later deleted. This was interpreted by Trump as disrespectful to the office of the president. You must now know that immigration, the very foundation of their American stories, has become a political weapon. Musk is now the subject of increased government scrutiny, particularly regarding his U.S. citizenship and the operations of his companies, including SpaceX, Tesla, and Starlink, which maintain large federal contracts. The Trump administration reportedly might examine whether Musk's immigration process and citizenship status adhere to legal requirements. This raises concerns that the probe would be politically motivated. Additionally, Tesla and SpaceX would face heightened regulatory oversight, with government officials questioning whether Musk's business practices followed ethical and legal guidelines. Any unfavorable rulings could result in funding cuts, contract cancellations, or regulatory penalties, making Musk's business operations increasingly fragile under the Trump administration. These explain Musk's strategic deletion of tweets and comments about Trump, contrary to his outspoken nature on social media, especially about politicians, policy decisions, and global events. Note, therefore, that this decision was a strategic move, shifting towards a defensive strategy and balancing political alliances, rather than an admission of error. Musk's strategic deletion of tweets, moderation of criticism, and avoidance of direct confrontation allows him to protect his financial interests while maintaining essential government relationships. His adjustments in public messaging has indicated a tactical shift aimed at safeguarding his business interests. How? Due to the high stakes involved, Musk can neither fully oppose Trump nor fully support him, as either extreme would put his business empire at risk. He must now adopt a more neutral public stance, selectively engaging with political figures while minimizing direct opposition to Trump. While he once openly criticized Democrats, the fear of losing governmental support if they assume power is making him more calculative now. His responses will now often reflect business survival over personal political beliefs. Ultimately, his approach highlights the constant balancing act between political alliances and corporate success, showcasing how even the world's most powerful entrepreneurs are vulnerable to governmental influence. But the dynamic between Elon Musk and Donald Trump illustrates how influential business leaders must carefully navigate government scrutiny, regulatory pressure, and political power struggles. How about his new realities with Democrats? Musk faces a precarious position with Democrats, a new kind of vulnerability. Despite facing aggressive threats from Republican leadership, Musk's shifting alignment has left him vulnerable to manipulation by Democratic strategists. His status as an immigrant billionaire, with heavy reliance on government contracts, including his recent utterances such as the Epstein files, have placed him in a position of political fragility. Democrats have now seen an opportunity for leverage. Now, they would easily exploit his weaknesses. They recognize that they could coerce or pressure him into favorable alliances or concessions. As Trump's opposition grows stronger, Musk has found himself increasingly exposed, with both parties expecting political expenditures, either in financial backing or public positioning. This tense dynamic must force Musk into a delicate balancing act, where he would not afford to fully back one party over the other without facing economic or political consequences. His ability to navigate these challenges could determine not only his personal and business survival but also the future of high-profile political power plays involving major corporations and influential leaders. In the end, however, the Trump-Musk feud is more than entertainment. It's a reflection of how money, power, immigration, and ideology collide in modern America, shaping policies, politics, and the lives of millions. Therefore, as citizens, as voters, Americans must remain vigilant, informed, and critical. Billionaire feuds shape their world, but it's their collective voice that must shape the future of democracy. This has been Liberation Lens, because perspective matters.
You have just seen the world through a different lens. Subscribe, comment, share, and help amplify voices that deserve to be heard. Until next time, keep looking deeper. Liberation Lens. Perspective matters.